All right, so my phone has just been blowing up all day today. I take it that over Texas finally announced their what is it supposed to like the Giga Dive or whatever it's supposed to be. I haven't seen anything yet. So that's why I'm making this video. I guess I'm just like, this is gonna be my first reaction to it. And yeah, you guys are gonna be here for it. Could you imagine if they like just fooled all of us right now, and it's actually like an RMC, the first RMC like 300-foot like T-Rex or something? No, that's not possible. Wasn't there like track on site or whatever already? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. All right. Here it is. Oh boy, here we go. All right, here we go. I saw the lift. That thing's big. All right. Let me guess. It's gonna be like drop Immelman, 0G roll, weird turnaround into mid course, like three more elements brake run. All right, let's do it. Giga dive. Here we go. Tormenta Rampaging Run. Is this a kiddie coaster? What? 3 million guesses. I would have never. What in the world? Dog, does everybody remember like how everybody was like so upset with Candemonium's name, and like how bad that was in 2018 or whenever they announced it, and now we have stuff like this, Tormenta Rampaging Run. I do like that, taking history by the horns with 6 world records. Holy crap! Okay, that is a lot. Okay, Giga Dive. All right. Let's keep going. Whoa, that thing is huge. Look, it just dwarfs Titan. All right, that beyond vertical drop. That Immelman. Dude, what in the world? That's gonna be pretty crazy. How tall is it though? That's huge. Is that gonna take world's largest inversion? Like world's tallest inversion? Maybe even like world's top 2 tallest inversions. What in the world? That thing is crazy big. What is this layout though? Oh my gosh. 3-4 elements in, we're already on the mid course. Alright, second half. Okay, we're just repeating everything again. Alright, yeah. What the heck? This layout is so bad. Wait, there's no 0G roll? It just goes up into the brake run? Are you kidding me? There's no corkscrew or 0G roll. Oh, that's terrible. With like big dive trains, I feel like this is close to a roll up here, but like there's no 0G roll. It's just a loop. I don't want a loop. Wait, never mind. I kind of go back on this. This layout's kind of bad. This layout's really bad, actually. Yukon Striker's way better. Dr. Diabolical might even be better. Wait, what's Dr. Diabolical's layout look like real quick? Dr. Diabolical. All right.
Looks like trouble in paradise.
All right. Let's go. Let's see. What's Dr. Diabolical's? Yeah, okay. Dr. Diabolical's immediately better. It has an airtime hill. There's no airtime hill on this, is there? No, there's not. You're telling me there's a 300+ foot coaster? I'm guessing it's 300 foot Giga Dive. I don't even know how tall it is yet. A 300+ foot coaster, and there's not one like crazy moment of airtime other than the 2 drops. There's like, at least this has Valraven has airtime hill. Yeah, this is. I'd take this layout over that. Are you joking me? I've been on this and it was good. Like, this is crazy. This little part right here. That's so much better. Like, this little helix thing going up into this is like 10 times better than inversion into that. I mean, that's kind of like Canada's Wonderland. Everybody loves that, but like, I'd rather take the positives in the sense that like we get a helix going up into the mid course. What in the world? What's after this? I forget. Okay, the helix into Z. But like, I wish. Okay, I like the first half of this. Dude, what in the world? This is. I don't know. This is like. This is underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. I was so excited to see it. Like the dive coaster is one of those concepts where it's like, I guess it's cool to make it a giga, but like, not exactly what I thought. What is that name? Tormenta Rampaging Run. Who's this guy? What the heck? Can I see the stats? I don't even know how tall this thing is. All right. Maybe this will tell me. What? 309 feet tall? Holy crap. Is this taller than I-305? This is taller than Millennium Force. What in the world? Dude, this is like... No, it's not. This is as tall as Millennium Force. Oh, it's so over. It's over. Oh, this is gonna, like, seriously injure somebody. If it's as rough as anything B&M has made in the last, like, 3 years... This is going to seriously injure somebody. I hope they get their act together. I mean, Iron Menace was not smooth. Penguin Trek isn't smooth. Raptera wasn't that smooth. Wrath wasn't that smooth. I mean, come on now. This is bad. I think the last good, like, smooth B&M. Well, let's think about that for a sec. What would it be? What would it be? Probably what? Probably Pipeline, right? At SeaWorld, probably Pipeline. I mean, B&M doesn't make smooth coasters anymore. What was that? 285? So it has a pretty short drop. 285 feet. That's a really short drop. But like hanging above the ground at 309 feet is going to be pretty crazy. That's pretty... 87 miles an hour. I thought it'd be a little bit faster. 218 feet. That's crazy. That what? I think the highest inversion is like steel curtain or something still. I don't know if I think it still is. That's like 230 or something. Highest inversion and then tallest inversion I guess are a little bit different because if you're saying tallest, then I guess you start on the ground, but highest means you just do it up there, like on the top of a drop or something. All right. Tallest vertical loop. All right. I don't know why I'm like acting so surprised. That's terrible. I don't want a vertical loop. I want a 0G roll. Longest dive coaster. What was that? 4,100? Is that it? 24 seconds. I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool concept. Wait, let me pause this again. I just want like something to look at. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a cool concept. This element down here is cool. That's gonna be like a cool hand chop. This isn't even like a good dive coaster layout. All right. This is good. This is a good place to stop. So like the Beyond Vertical drop is cool. I've been on 2 of those dive coasters now. Iron Menace being one of them, Dr. Diabolical. Yes, I actually have been to Texas, and you guys will see content from that. I was actually supposed to visit this park, which I guess I should make more of an effort to go back now because this is there. But I did go to Texas. I guess I should say I did a San Antonio trip back in February of this year. I did Fiesta Texas. I did SeaWorld Orlando. I did SeaWorld San Antonio and then got ZDT, which that's pretty crazy because, well, now it's not even open anymore. But I was about to have a 17-hour layover, and it was on like a Tuesday or something in February. Over Texas wasn't open. Very upsetting, so I got that changed, and it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I think I had like a layover in Georgia or something. All right. This is very, very short. I don't know. It just doesn't look fulfilling. Like, this plot of land is so tiny. You give, like, a Giga coaster the plot of land like Titan has, or even New Texas Giant. Like, we're building this in what in the world? It's just like, it's so tiny. The footprint is so tiny. It's what are all these supports doing in the? Is that who can? That better be in little parking lot island. Nobody's gonna be able to park there. That's so funny. But like, I don't know. The drop's gonna be cool. It's gonna give some pretty crazy forces. Like I was saying, this is gonna be forceful. This will probably be forceful. It's hard to tell if you're gonna actually get like anything coming out of this. It looks like it's shaped. It has more of a teardrop shape to it, which Griffin and Sheikra don't have, but those were years ago now, like 20 plus years ago, by the point this opens, right? And then you got a vertical loop, which everybody likes Yukon Striker, and I guess the vertical loop on that isn't bad, but I still think Yukon Striker is going to take the cake for best dive coaster, even though I haven't been on it yet. I think it all depends on pacing. This just, what in the world are we doing? I said in the beginning it would be funny if they just kind of like made it a T-Rex. I think that like, yeah, what in the world? All these all these supports in the parking lot. That's gonna be cool to walk over, but this element right here, like I said though, would have been cooler if this was like a T-Rex. I don't know. The dive is like a really cool coaster to make a Giga because the drop and stuff, and you know, that huge gimmick being hung from up here. But if the layout isn't, you know, good, you know, or like does something interesting, then why would you build it? I don't know. It doesn't look like the layout really does much. It's kind of weird to see B&M break away from like their comfort zone. I mean, in the sense that like a dive coaster has inversions, but B&M doing something over 300 feet with inversions, like, you tell me that 3 years ago, I wouldn't believe you. You tell me that 2 weeks ago, I probably wouldn't believe you. You know what I mean? I wasn't really keeping up with this coaster. I know I was supposed to go there, and I probably would have maybe even seen track. I don't know when the track got there, but like, that's so weird. That's crazy. You got an 80-foot brake run at least. That's cool. I mean, yeah, it dwarfs this. This is so weird. I don't know. I'm kind of underwhelmed. I'm not like trying to complain or anything, but who's asking for this, you know? A Giga dive? Like, are there over Texas glazers, you know, that are like happy about this? I don't know. It has just like a predictable layout. You know what I mean? I'm expecting this, and somehow I'm still let down. I don't like. I just like Dr. Diabolical has like a really, really cool, fun layout. I like these helixes because like they're forceful. You got a pop of airtime, an actual pop of airtime in between them. That's a pretty good moment. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I haven't seen like a Wrath of Rakshasa or whatever it's called. But I think I'd even take this layout. All right. I haven't seen a POV. I mean, I haven't ridden this. I need to watch a POV again. I think I'd even take this layout over. Oh my gosh. All right, obviously an Immelman. Like dive loop type thing. Now that's cool. That's cool. Whatever that is, that's cool. And I like whatever that is too. I wasn't like disappointed in this layout. I was just kind of like, cool, awesome. You know, as long as you hand me one thing that like keeps me interested on a dive coaster, I guess I'm gonna be happy. There's nothing that really interests me here, and I wouldn't even say the height really interests me because it's like the views are gonna be cool. That little gimmick is gonna be cool, but yet again, every other dive coaster has that. This is just like a repetition of like Emperor's layout. You know what I mean? And then this is like a worse version of Yukon Striker's layout, because what Yukon Striker has that a 0G roll. I want a 0G roll. Why don't I? I love a good 0G roll. And Yukon Striker goes underground. It would have been so cool if they could have made that drop somehow go underground for like a while. You know what I mean? Like if they could do something in the sense of like, yeah, this staying above, and then. Oh, with those big dive coaster trains, like 0G rolls are just such a good element, I feel like. I mean, this coaster really dies off after the mid-course. You got a pop of airtime though. That's good. Pop of airtime into a helix. And the pacing's immediately going to be killed because of the mid course. I don't know. I'm being like, I'm being extremely critical, but like, what in the world? What is this name? Tormenta Rampaging Run. Ay ay ay. It's like a. That would have been cool if you had like a little inline twist up here. Go for like highest inline twist. I don't know if it's solid in like a skyrocket too or something, but dude, Yukon Striker has a better layout. Yukon Striker has a better layout. I'd say Roth goes whatever this is. That's so cool. That's awesome. It's a 0G rule, but also a direction change. So cool because like okay, if you were going this way, you would have ended up over here, like faced more towards Behemoth. But instead, you know, you're parallel with this. Like the second half of this really kicks in and gives you that direction change. So much better. I don't know. The second half of this just doesn't look like okay. What if you extended layout? I like that the drop has that won't even be a hand chopper. That's too tall. Never mind. I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt here, and it's not happening. All right, you do this. Obviously, a repeated version of what you got up here. And then maybe airtime moment into, you know, this overbank into like 2 more airtime moments until maybe like a roll, not a high speed overbank turn, whatever this is. So Yukon Striker has like a better layout pretty clearly. I think Roth has a better layout and Dr. Diabolical. Let's actually, you know what? This could be fun if we watch somebody react to it. Yippee, another dive coaster. World's worst Giga coaster. Okay, I feel like this is the same. I feel like this is the same attitude I'm giving this coaster. Let's see what's going on here. All right, we're gonna watch these because maybe they're gonna say something I haven't thought of. I'm gonna react to these. I'm gonna react to World's Worst Dive Coaster and then an analysis.
Newest coaster for 2026. And guess what? It's a Giga coaster. Yes, a Giga, a 300-footer. Wow.
Dude, this coaster's going to be so rough. 300 feet. That's okay. Just the spectacle of this thing is pretty crazy. Pretty massive. I mean, can you imagine like going to the top of Millennium Forces of Lift Hill and then, you know, there's a straightaway and then like a turn and then a drop? Beyond vertical drop, so that's obviously crazy for actually any Giga. And then you have like something that holds you up at the top. That's gonna be cool.
You know what? Good on you. I know you've had a few.
Yeah, finally adding another Giga.
Still not forgiving you for King to Cobb, by the way. But a 309-foot tall coaster. I have to say, that's impressive. And constructing it at Six Flags Over Texas, of all places, the original Six Flags park, that's the cherry on top. This park is the needs of love. Trust me when I say this. I genuinely can't wait to experience this ride when it opens next. Oh, it's a dive coaster. You know what? Take back everything I said.
Yeah, dude. And the way the Six Flags chain is going. with how rough this coaster is going to be and, you know, how the entire chain itself is going, I think it's going to last 5 years. Yeah, no, I agree.
Shocker, I am not too excited that this ride is going to be a dive coaster. Ooh, Great American Coaster is coming in hot with a controversial opinion. Granted, I already knew that this ride was coming to Six Flags Over Texas. I knew that it was going to be a Giga coaster. I knew that it was going to be a dive coaster. But even though now that the ride is fully announced and we know everything about this coaster, the layout, the stats, the name, Tormenta. Ooh, I didn't know this was a lady dive coaster. Unfortunately, my opinion.
That's wild. That's it.
Coaster still hasn't changed. Sorry, I hate to rain on anyone's parade who's actually excited for this coaster, and kudos to you if you are. Don't let my opinion spoil your fun. But I'm just not a fan of these rides, especially with the newer dive coasters as of late. These are not good rides. They're not good products. And Six Flags and B&M should be ashamed of themselves for constructing such mediocre and rough ride models. Remember when Raptor Chazo was announced for Six Flags Great America?
It looks so good because like this is a little fun element because it has that immediate direction change. And okay, I love the combo. It's a lethal combo for me. A little Immelman into a dive loop, you know what I mean? Little Velocicoaster action, little bit of this. The Beyond Vertical drop gives good airtime, and these rolls are fun. Whatever this is into this is pretty addicting. I'm not gonna lie, it's a fun little feeling. And the double helix is like it's so easy to make a simple coaster layout, like using this formula. And I wouldn't say make it good, but actually make it fulfilling. And it's not fulfilling.
And I was the vocal minority saying that I don't want this ride and I think it's a terrible fit for the park. Well, now, over a year later, after gaining hindsight, I now realize that I was completely right, and I'm actually a fortune teller. Because yes, this ride was a terrible fit for Great America, but for even more reasons I didn't even think about back then. Simply
Yeah.
for not taking into consideration that Rakshasa would be an insanely rough ride. Holy crap, this coaster's a headache-inducing machine.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's my reaction to like Iron Menace. I wasn't a fan of it. And here's my reaction to Penguin Trek. Can't say that was good. Like, they're not good coasters. They're so rough. This is very easily going to injure somebody. You know what I mean? 300 foot. Could you, like, people already complain that, oh, Orion has a rattle, Fury has a rattle, Millennium Force has a rattle. I hated King Dakar because, I just did this. Okay, so 2025 B&M is not going to be able to provide a product where, your ears aren't going to be bloodshot. This is going to, like,
on this thing
it's not going to be good.
plus times, and almost every single experience I walked away with a headache. That should be the case for a new coaster. Rakshasa.
Yeah, Iron Menace was, like, unbelievably bad in, like, the middle row and back row, and the front row wasn't bad at all. It was probably it's a really good dive coaster in the front row, but middle row and back row, it's like unforgivably rough and bad. It was the roughest coaster in the park on my first ride. I was not very happy with with my ride on Iron Menace. I mean, I'm now like warmed up to it, riding it again, but
That's towards the front and towards the middle of your row, then you are for 100% certainty going to get your brain shaken. Rattle, rattle, rattle. That's the kind of experience you're going to get on Rakshasa. How can a ride that opened in 2025 be rougher than a different B&M coaster that opened 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 30 years ago? Batman the Ride, the second ever B&M, is wicked smooth, and Rakshasa, the newest B&M, feels like I'm in a goddamn paint shaker. This is not only one of the worst dive coasters I've ever been on, but it's also probably the worst B&M I've ever experienced. Don't say I haven't given this ride a chance. I've ridden it multiple times, and my opinion has not changed. I will, however,
that's such a cool element, though. How do you screw something up so cool?
Of mine that I had in my initial video of Rakshasa. Yes, I no longer believe that this ride has a mediocre layout. I think it's quite serviceable for a dive coaster. However,
It is.
the ride still
It is. I've said it since it came out. I don't know why people were hating on it. I mean, regardless of how smooth it is, it has a pretty decent layout. Like, genuinely think it goes Yukon, this, then Dr. Diabolical, and maybe but Griffin is just so good because it's so big and it's so smooth, and you get airtime in very odd places. But for like, if we're talking about new gen models,
supposed to be enjoyment. Now, the reason why I
Iron Menace is just really, really, really intense.
bring Wrath of Rakshasa up is because this ride makes me worried. How is a 309-foot tall coaster going at 87 miles an hour gonna feel on a rough new dive coaster? It might actually be
Not
the
good.
roughness issue has gotten so bad for B&M, so you can't really blame me for being worried. The last smooth B&M that was ever built has to be Candymonium over at Hershey Park. Iron Menace, Phoenix Rising,
I'd argue Pipeline. Pipeline was smooth.
ever built has to be Candymonium over.
Candymonium and Orion both opened in the same year. People always forget that. Pipeline was good. I don't know about Big Bad Wolf. I think that's really forgotten. I honestly forget that thing exists all the time. I don't know how bad that is. I also didn't think Phoenix Rising was really that bad.
Park. Iron Menace, Phoenix Rising, Reptera,
Iron Menace is so bad.
Wrath of Rakshasa. All of these newer coasters are rough. So will Tormenta be any?
Okay, but Repteris has a good layout. Like, I don't think this is an exception, but I don't think that the layouts are bad. B&M has showed us they can still make good layouts with, like, Pipeline has a good layout, I think. I think that, like I said, Dr. Diabolical has a good layout. I think that for their price point, Dorney got a pretty decent layout. I think that Wrath has a good layout. This just also isn't a good layout. This isn't a good layout.
Well, if this ride is the same case as Rakshasa, where only the middle seats in the front row is good, while every other seat in row funneling back is awful, then how can I in good consciousness say that this coaster will be a good quality product? Most of my hatred for dive coasters primarily stems from the newer models. I don't dislike riding She-Ra or Griffin. Those dives are actually fun.
Well, Sheikah's just boring, but Griffin is like top tier. Griffin's peak.
They're great supporting coasters that I can be on board with. But these newer models just keep stepping down in class, not only because of the smoothness of these rides, but also because of the restraint.
The theme really saves this coaster. What saves Iron Menace is the theme for sure.
Frame type.
It's also just like super, super, super intense. And also rough as could be. Roughest coaster in the park for sure.
I flat out hate the restraints on newer B&Ms. The vest is a constricting design that presses down on your pelvis, crushes your collarbones, and restricts you from feeling any of the forces on the ride. B&M how? How after 15 years since the vest was first introduced?
I think that the vest actually, like, it's gonna be bad when I say it, but I think the vest might actually protect people here. In the sense that, like, I'd rather have the vest than the overshoulder restraint. Now, I'm the minority. but the vest never bothered me. That okay, maybe like Gale Force. Gale Force has a really really good vest restraint, and I don't know Iron Menace. Like, actually, I don't know. I can't really remember. I don't think I hated it that much. I didn't hate like Pipeline, in that vest, but like I'd almost in this case rather have a vest where the headbanging is going to be harder to do this, on a soft vest than it would be on like something like Griffin or Shikra.
True. Vekoma figured out how to make a quality vest.
Vekoma has such a good
So
vest.
why don't you follow suit? This is not the pinnacle in restraining technology. Please redo it, redesign it, or go back to your original.
Good coaster. That was the last good coaster
Because
B&M
those
made.
were at least
This is such a good ride. It is so much fun. Oh my goodness, I was so impressed.
Design it, or go back to your original over-the-shoulder restraints, because those were at least comfortable. I'm aware that I sound kind of harsh towards this ride, but we have been duped by B&M time and time again. We have seen one of the most premier manufacturers fall so hard in quality. To the
Yeah,
point-
so like the downfall of B&M is something that like should be studied in the sense that like sure their attractions might be reliable, but they're not enjoyable to ride anymore. And that's a really big selling point. And I think that like even general public might be catching on to that. Not that they know what B&M is, or not that they know that they're riding, a B&M, but it's just like I've heard a lot of complaining from, a good amount of complaints from Iron Menace. People are happy that Dorney got such a big addition, but when the ride isn't good and people say that, you know what I mean? That's not positive. I don't know about Roth. I haven't really kept up with Great America or anything in that sense, but it's like people were complaining hardcore about Repterra, and it's just like these guys have like traded spots with Vekoma in the sense that like I hate giving Vekoma hate now because like they used to be awful, and I think they just traded with B&M. Vekoma and Mac have really stepped up their games. Where not saying that like Mac is building some pretty crazy things. I mean, we have Stardust now, we have Voltron, we have all of the extreme spinners, and Vekoma has stepped up their game with the tilt coaster and all of their super crazy launched models that they have. B&M has, with all this surrounding competition and with the company that has the most gimmicky models, the wing coaster, the dive coaster, the Hyper really saved them, but they wrung that towel out. There's no more water in it. It's dry. So like I don't know, that well dried up for them. And with all these super gimmicky models they have, they need to step up, and they just haven't.
Or it's starting to get tiresome. And why do companies like Six Flags or previously Cedar Fair not have a problem with this dip in quality? If I have Park and I build a brand new coaster from this company and it turned out to be a rough ride, then my previous B&M installations that have been running.
I don't think they care. I mean, that's a really good point, but it's just like I don't think they care. It's like saying SeaWorld, why did you not go to Vekoma? And it's like not even the concept that it's like the Vekoma is going to be 20 times better. It's like they probably just have some sort of deal with B&M. I don't know, but it's like I actually really just don't think parks care about the quality, or it takes. They have to go out of their way, and I just like I also don't know how in touch a lot of the people making these decisions are, with the opinion and the response to everything. Now, I could be totally wrong on that, but I just like I don't think it's something they think about. I don't think it's something that actually affects them in the way that it's going to change their mind or change what they want. The B&M dive has proved itself over and over and over and over again, and time again for so many parks. For us and in Europe for just being like these really big spectacle crowd pleasers that it's like I don't think you can say, the last 3 years this coaster model has been really, really bad. That's just to change somebody's mind. They kind of know what they're buying when they ask for a dive coaster. But a Giga dive coaster, that's pretty wild.
Decades? I would would be a little pissed. Why isn't Six Flags more mad that their new coasters are rough? And worst of all, why does Six Flags still continue to buy from B&M? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I guess I'll buy even more product, if not the same product over and over again. It's getting old, it's getting frustrating, and I want there to be some kind of change.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
They act together and they construct rides like they used to, or Six Flags, they just stop working with them. If B&M can't deliver a worthy product anymore, then there are more than enough other companies that can. Think about the opportunity that was lost when Six Flags decided to build a Giga dive coaster for Over Texas. A Giga coaster of any kind is not cheap. They're expensive. Over Texas, in theory, they could have gotten a Mack Rides Hyper Coaster, a Giga Multi-Launch, a traditional B&M Giga coaster. Sure,
Right, yeah, it's okay. That's the amount of steel, just the cost of steel here. Support-wise, this thing is really, really, really high off the ground, and it has to be because, you know, you can't make dive coasters too forceful. You can't make the pacing really, really good. It's just, you know, it has to be probably even more graceful than, you know, a Giga or, you know, their hyper model. And people are always saying how graceful those are. Think about, like, the money and the I keep going back to this. Think about the T-Rex layout this could make, you know, with the money they're spending on it. A mock Giga would be cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Be a bit of an issue, but Six Flags has gotten creative before. They can do it again. The opportunity cost of picking a Giga dive coaster is baffling to me. Dive coasters are becoming way too oversaturated. They're going to every single park, and I'm sick of it. And for those
Yeah, that's
who are
true.
saying
It's
that
definitely the new hyper.
Texas is actually 300 miles away, so this dive coaster does have a reason to exist over here. No, it doesn't. Fiesta might be 300 miles away, but it's still the closest park to Over Texas. Most parks have a generous distance between one another. Very few are within a, 1 hour span? Is this truly the route we want to go down? Seeing a dive coaster open at every single park in America? Again, opportunity cost. So many other rides can be built in place of a dive coaster. Can we please just start to see a little more variety in the pot? Because this gene pool of new coasters is getting shallow. In terms of the actual ride experience of Tormenta, I have to say for a 300-foot dive, the layout is pretty standard. The 95-degree drop is cool, but
Yeah, I just like it's such a in a sense an innovative coaster, and the layout is too standard for all the records they're breaking. This thing is as tall as Millennium Force. Could you imagine a traditional Giga layout with a Giga could you imagine a traditional Giga layout with a dive drop? Like, that would be so cool. You know, like, don't give it a mid-course. Well, give it a mid-course, but just, like, really late in the ride, you know, make it low to the ground. Give it some, like, super cool, like, sprawling hills. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm getting... it does make you angry. This is such a waste of potential.
It's only 285 feet. Sorry, Over Texas, I guess I've been using the word Giga too loose and free. I'll just put an asterisk over the word Giga. But after the not Giga length drop, the ride enters an Immelman, then a vertical loop, then another Immelman, this one stepping up into the mid-course, then there's a drop, another Immelman, and what looks to be a cutback. Okay, that's unique at least. I've never seen one of those on a dive coaster before, but after the...
Emperor, or what? The one in SeaWorld in California, I think it has, right?
That's it. The ride hits the brake run. It's not a short ride by any means. The coaster is over 200 feet, but the mix of elements is not too enthralling. I mean, 3 Immelmans? Are you kidding me? You know what? I'll give some more credit to Rashad's layout.
Yeah.
At least that ride was more inventive. Overall, Tormenta...
3 Immelmans is
I'm not gonna
wild.
go way to Over Texas just for this ride alone. A dive coaster is never worth it to me, even if it is a Giga. Maybe if the ride turned out to be smooth, that would change things. But if a ride like Wrath of Shaza is anything to go by, then I highly doubt it. I predict that this ride will be rough. I don't even think this ride will be
for sure.
in the park. New Texas Giant, Mr. Freeze, even the Batman clone, I would probably take over Tormenta. But hey,
Dude,
sorry.
okay, people also need to stop hating on Titan. I'd be a Titan Glazer. I know I haven't been on it, but I'd be a Titan Glazer. People need to stop hating on Titan. I'd give Titan the edge over this. Those helixes. Watch a Titan POV again. Watch a good Titan POV. Somebody actually recorded with, like, you know, not an official POV. It's gonna haul through the helixes. Like a couple years ago, you know, in the last like 2 years, it's gonna be better than this.
To me, that's perfectly fine. But if this ride truly is going to be like the other dive coasters that we've recently gotten in America, then sorry, I do not have high hopes for this thing.
Oh, all right, that's it. I'll talk over this. I think you guys understand the train that I'm on. I'm pretty sure you guys would all be on similar trains, and I know that this is like a React podcast style video, and I don't know. I I came out of hibernation for this, man. I was somewhat excited. This is gonna be a Giga. This is gonna be a huge coaster, huge investment, and you know, this is what I'm looking at right now. This is what we got. I'm excited. Like, how steep is the drop? Is there any stats for this coaster anywhere? Like, do I have to go on Instagram or something for these stats? Okay, here we go. Tallest dive coaster, 309 feet, 95-degree drop. 95-degree drop. Yeah, I guess it is also the highest beyond vertical drop. That's pretty crazy. It's gonna be cool. I can't even lie. Like, just the gimmick of a dive coaster on a coaster that tall is like I don't want to say worth it alone because I don't want to play into the fact that like this is gonna be a remotely like decent coaster because we don't know that yet. But the concept of a Giga drop on that tall of a coaster is pretty neat. I'll say that. Highest Immelman, tallest vertical loop, longest dive coaster. Those I guess are respectable stats, but it's just like, yeah, what's going on over here? The support is just in the parking lot. I mean, I don't. You guys heard all my thoughts. We reacted to a video. It's gonna be fine, you know. You know, like I don't know. I don't want to say I told you so in like 10 months, but somebody comment down below and I'll say I told you so. I'm glad that you guys watched this video. I'll see you guys in about a month or so for the next thing. No, in all seriousness though, like the next thing that will be posted on my channel is the entirety of a New England trip I took last year. It's going to be around probably like a 40 video series. It's actually insane how many videos there are. And it's going to include vlogs, POVs, shorts, maybe some sort of like sit down style voiceover type thing probably later. But it's just like there's a lot of content. I think we did like 23 parks in like 11 days or something like that. It was pretty insane. So there's a lot of videos that are coming out, and the reason why I haven't been very active is because of that. And I don't know, I've been watching a lot of like sit down and just talk to the camera type of videos, and so I'm by no means I'm trying to make this video short. I'm sure that it was long. I think I'm at 41 minutes right now recording, so if you guys just stayed here and listened to me talk, I'm thankful for that. So that's cool. In the end, over Texas, I wish I would have been able to visit this park. Logistically, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go back out to Texas, and I don't know. It's just like if it's a smooth coaster and the pacing is good, I could justify why it would be like a good addition, but it's just like off first glance, I can't really say that. Off first glance, I don't think that I don't know. It has such a standard layout, and it's a Giga, and it just like it's weird. I don't know. It's a disappointment. I don't know why I'm like I don't know why I'm trying to stick up for it. It's definitely a disappointment. At some point, I'll probably get out and ride this, and there'll probably be a first reaction video for you guys to watch. And I don't know, this announcement was not worth my time waiting and reacting to it and then uploading it. But I guess I'm just here to make a bag now and get that paycheck. I don't know. I like this wasn't worth it. I regret not watching this sooner and then being able to make fun of it more today, and I had to wait until now to make fun of it. No, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting coaster, and I'm interested to see how people respond to it. I don't know too many over Texas fanboys in the community, but I'm sure once this coaster opens, they will present themselves, and they're probably going to love it or they might hate it. And so, yeah, that'll be interesting to see when this thing finally opens. But low-key, that family coaster at New England, I think I'm more excited for to open next year. I don't know. This is like I'm just so meh about this. But yeah, again, I know this video is really, really, really long. So thank you guys who stick around and watched it and listened to me ramble about it. But if you share my thoughts and feelings, go for it. Leave a comment. If you hate everything I said, definitely let me know. I want to see I want to see the people who actually enjoy this. I want to see them. I want to see reasons why. I think I don't know. I want to hear the reasons why. But that's about all I got. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in like a year again whenever I decide to upload another video. No, I'm just joking. Give me more time, guys. Give me more time, and I'll have that New England series ready for you guys to post. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys then.